Alright, chat. So, I recorded a yap earlier, and it was supposed to be about Hakari, but I started just plainly yapping, and now I'm just waiting for this video to export. Yeah, this is gonna take way longer than I expected, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, so today I wanted to talk about Hakari again, because Hakari's coming into the new season, and I made a video before. It was like a 40-minute long video. There's nothing to hide over here, by the way. Like I can go over here. I'm not even monetized. Channel ineligible for monetization, bro. Goodness gracious. This was back in December 17th. I haven't even tried again. Because I just, like, bro. It was such BS. Anyways. Well, I can close this, actually, right? Yeah. I can close this. So we can go back to, like, it was this video right here. Hakari has, oh my gosh, I made two different videos back to back, so that's like an hour worth of Hakari yap. But basically, right, made like this 40-minute video saying Hakari has no anti feats, and he genuinely doesn't. Oh my gosh, chat, bro, let me just charge my phone so that it just doesn't die during this exporting, bro, because this is actually ridiculous. It's been at the same percentage this entire time I've been yapping. I started this video. It's probably been like 3 minutes. It's still at 32%, bro. Yeah, it's cooked. This video is gonna drop way later, bro. Oh my goodness. Actually, let's see if this is still not done. Anyways, yeah, I made that 40-minute yap video about Hakari, and I just wanted to yap some more because Hakari is coming into the new season, and you know, people still talk about Hakari as if they know anything about him. Again, I explained it. No one cares about Hakari, right? People will come up with ratty arguments for other characters like Gojo, right? People will say for Gojo, oh, Sukuna, Sukuna got stronger over 1,000 years, and so that's why Gojo can like clash domains with him or some BS like that, right? So people will say BS for him. People will say BS for Yuta. People will say BS for Yuji. BS for Maki. What BS has ever been said for Hakari? There is no BS. Because no one cares about Hakari, right? Every time they see Hakari, they will see what is shown on the screen. No extra thinking. But the thinking cap is on for other characters, right? So, bro, my dog is tweaking right now. It's pissing me off. Hold on, chat. Anyways, yeah, so no one wants to think for Hakari. No one wants to think extra for Hakari. They'll just see what happens. No context, no nothing. Right? And yeah, and then like again, going back to like the BS, there will be Hakari statements that relate to Yuta, but to upskill Yuta, right, they put on their thinking caps to think of some absolute BS to put Yuta, to make it like a Yuta upskill or some BS. You know what I'm saying? Like the Yuta saying that Hakari's stronger than him on a roll. That's like I've oh my gosh, he's still tweaking, bro. King, go to your bed, man. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Or sit. Just stop scratching the damn door. It's actually annoying, chat. Anyways, do y'all have dogs, bro, that do that, bro? It's genuinely so annoying, and the sound just irritates me. Anyways, yeah, I made videos about the Hakari statement from Yuta. And like, yeah, my thing is bulletproof. It's completely foolproof. Yuta fans are just coping at this point. It's what I said was foolproof. There are examples of Yuta hyping up his friends. There are an example and yeah, there's examples of Yuta hyping up his friends, and each time it's genuinely a fact. And it's funny enough because I came to the conclusion that I'm like completely foolproof with my reasoning, because a Yuta fan brought up some BS, like I've been saying this video, right? But yeah. So for Hakari, I just want to talk about different things that people say about Hakari. Like, first off, I've seen, obviously this is agenda. Like, I don't think people genuinely think this, but we have like the Uraume piercing blood thing, and then you know how Uraume relates to Hakari, BS, right? First off, this is the fastest piercing blood we've ever seen. All right, hold on. Oh crap, hold on. Hold up, chat. This is still not. Oh, okay. I don't have a thumbnail for this, so am I gonna upload that? Whatever. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to upload open this real quick. Yeah, chat. This video is genuinely just not gonna. It's not moving. It's literally not moving. Do I take this risk? Crap, chat. Should I take this risk, bro? Should I take this risk? Oh my gosh, no, it's gone. Oh my gosh. Hold on, chat. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I messed it up. Anyways. Oh wow, bro. That's such BS. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I wanted to bring up why that's the fastest piercing blood we've ever seen, right? So chapter yeah, I don't remember. Maybe 101. All right, chapter 101. Bro. Okay, everything's pissing me off now. Okay? Why is my mouse doing that? Oh my gosh. Anyways, it's explained to us that like convergence is the technique that allows piercing blood to be so fast, right? Because you're condensing it a lot. You're condensing the blood with curse energy. What the hell? Why is everything pissing me off? Y'all heard that? Anyways, you're condensing everything with curse energy, right? And you're putting a whole bunch of curse energy on it. And so the more curse energy you put on it, and also the most curse energy you put, the more curse energy you put on it, and also the more you condense the blood, the faster it will be, right? That's why it reaches the speed of sound, because of the curse energy. So more of it would be more speed, right? And we know this is the case because we see this vapor cone right here, right? Vapor cone is an indicator of the speed of sound, right? This is consistent in JJK. Against Uraume, I mean, first off, again, this is the strongest piercing blood we've ever seen. He never charges up piercing blood this much, ever. This is the one and only time Choso charges up piercing blood that much. And you know what's funny? Actually, look. I just remember this. Guys, look at this. First off. Hold up, bro. They're tweaking. Anyways. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Wait, what was I saying? Damn, chat. I'm getting interrupted all the time. Anyways. Yeah, this is the strongest piercing blood we've ever seen. He's never condensed the blood this much where you can literally see, like, I don't even know what this is. The white stuff. I have no idea what that is. But he never charges it up that much. Against Yuji, he just claps, boom. Right? Claps, boom. Against everyone else, it's just clap, boom. This guy, he clap. Zzz, like, bro, it's ridiculous, bro, how crazy it was. And again, like, obviously, you said using all my strength. What the heck? You know what I mean? And, a good example, like, a confirmation of what I was talking about was when he shoots. I remember during this fight, Choso shoots a piercing blood at Yuji, but he doesn't condense it enough. He literally says it. And so the power of it wasn't strong enough, right? Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. All right. It was this one. Convergence. And then he just shoots it, and then Yuji completely tanks it. And he's like, oh, I was impatient. It wasn't condensed enough. And so Yuji just completely tanks it, like, outright. Not even close. Not even, like, hard. He just tanks it, right? And before, Yuji's like, oh, it's gonna get through my hand. Get through my guard, I mean. Right? So, obviously, with the most condensed piercing blood ever that we've ever seen from Choso, Uraume easily reacts to it. And then we see a second vapor cone. This has never happened. Bro, we've never... Again, I told you guys that we've never seen him condense piercing blood so much. We've never seen two vapor cones. Look at this. He didn't condense it at all, so we don't see a vapor cone here, right? Because it doesn't even reach the speed of sound. It doesn't even reach it. We have the vapor cone from here, right? Because he condensed it. But he condensed it so much for this one that there's a vapor cone at the beginning of it. And then there's one over here. That's a vapor cone right there. It's the exact same thing. vapor cone. 2 vapor cones, bro. I don't even know what that means because, again, a vapor cone is supposed to mean that you reach the speed of sound. Another vapor cone means what? I don't know, right? So that's the fastest piercing blood we've ever seen. Uraume blocks it. And all Uraume says is like, oh, it's fast. And people try to compare it to like Yuji's. Bro, Yuji starts blocking as he sees this. Right? Yuji's already down. He's looking at Choso. He's like, who the fuck is this? And then he literally points towards him. Right? Obviously, again, convergence happens here. Convergence happens here. Alright? So he has to look at him and he's using convergence. And that's when, look, you see Yuji putting up his guard before he shoots it. This is before Choso shoots it. Again, I don't know why I'm trying to explain this because, again, obviously Gege wasn't making this scene being like, oh yeah, she's as fast as freaking Yuji, right? I don't think anyone actually thinks that, right? But, you know, this isn't even comparable because this is a slower piercing blood that Yuji, like, basically aim blocks, right? He starts putting up his guard before it shoots. And Uraume puts up her guard as it's in front of her face. And she's not expecting it, obviously, because, like, she knows about piercing blood, but she doesn't know, like, what it is. And she's like, oh, this is piercing blood, right? So, and another thing, right? We know that. Should I open TCB for this? Another thing is that we get is right here. Even Sakura will be caught off guard by a technique he hasn't seen used, right? You know, maybe that is not synonymous. Only applicable to Yuta's domain, but this is applicable to anything. Like if you don't know what it is that's coming after you, and it happens, and you're like, what the hell? You must be caught off guard by it, right? And you're always like, oh, what the hell? And it's fast as heck, right? This is the fastest piercing blood we've ever seen. Yeah, it's fast. And he's like, oh, this is piercing blood, and she blocks it in front of her face. Second vapor cone, right? And you know, yeah, that's not an anti-feat to me, right? So I just wanted to say that just real quick. Another thing is I want to talk about why Hakari is so strong to me, right? So obviously I have to use TCB here because John Wary is an absolute terrorist. But in chapter 234, again, I don't care about the Yuta statement. The Yuta statement of him saying that Hakari is stronger than him on a roll doesn't matter to me. It genuinely does not matter to me, right? Because it's so old. I've already established that. The reason why I keep talking about it is because Yuta fans keep talking about it. Like, that's, like, I don't think people realize that. And I've said that on Twitter. And of course, like, Yuta fans are stupid. So, like, you know, they don't want to think, right? But man, chat, how far are we into this Yap video? And the thing is at 36%. Oh my gosh, this video is gonna drop so late. It's gonna drop so late because I messed it up, chat. I messed it up completely, bro. That was my fault. Well, it is what it is. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, I don't care about the Yuta statement because that was so old. But all the statement was like an indicator that they're relative, right? And it just gets reinforced by Gojo. Gojo tells Hakari that unless he's weaker than Hakari or Yuta, they shouldn't pull up to help him, right? And I look at this and it's like, okay, guys, why do you think Gojo would put Hakari on the same level as Yuta, right? And people would say like jackpot, and it's like, okay, like I've always thought about this, but I never came to I've never came to like a conclusion of it because I never gave it much thought, right? And I've been caught off guard and like, you know, by something, but basically what I've come to the conclusion after just thinking about it for literally 1 minute. It was 2 days ago. I thought about it for 1 minute. I was like, oh, that's what it is. So Basically, what it is for me is the fact that Hakari is conditionally strong, right? He is strong under the condition that he gets a jackpot. And so I was like, okay, you know, again, I know, we all agree that Hakari is his strongest when he's in jackpot, right? But then I'm like, okay, him just having that doesn't mean he's strong. It doesn't, right? It doesn't mean he's strong. It's under a condition that he's strong. So I was like, okay, why would Gojo put him on the same level as Yuta if he is only strong under a certain condition? And then I realized, oh yeah, okay, that means that Gojo has faith that Hakari has the ability to get his jackpot against anyone, right? And now you might be thinking, oh, pseudo spins and all this BS. Again, people don't think about Hakari. There's conditions on the pseudo spins as well. Hakari uses his domain. He has to fight you. He doesn't use his pseudo spins unless he's in increased probability mode. If he uses them, it doesn't matter because he has to enter reach mode, which he doesn't have pseudo spins, and he has to continue fighting you until he gets a jackpot. Again, there's a lot of conditions on it. So I was like, okay, Gojo wouldn't be saying he's that strong if he couldn't get jackpots consistently. And the reason he can is because his base is already strong as heck, right? And so I thought about other condition-based like strength characters. And I thought immediately, Inumaki. Inumaki basically has the most OP ability in the entire verse, right? He tells you to do something and you will do it, right? That's under the condition that he's stronger than you, right? But Gojo isn't saying, oh yeah, Inumaki has the potential to surpass me. Or Gojo isn't saying, oh yeah, you Inumaki, you or Yuta pull up to help me. No. Why is that? Because Inumaki cannot consistently get his circumstance. Inumaki's not freaking strong. But if we're just talking about the reason why he's strong, the fact that he can just tell you to do something and you will do it, then yeah, he's like the strongest in the verse. He can tell you to die. But Gojo isn't saying, oh yeah, you're on the same level as Yuta, you can reach my level someday. No. Because he's not that guy. The reason why Hakari's considered that strong is because his base is so strong by itself that he can get his jackpots, and then he gets even stronger. Right? And so and then like the final part of it is like, okay, now why is his base so strong? What does he have in base? This guy has literally nothing in base. All right, he has nothing. He doesn't have a weapon. He doesn't have insane curse energy like Yuta. Yuta has a sword, insane curse energy, and a Shikigami, bro. Hakari has literally nothing. The only thing he has is like the balls, right? The little balls. The little pachinko balls and the doors. That's all he has in base. That is literally it. The doors, Charles was freaking dodging it, by the way, okay? The doors is nothing. And the balls, don't even get me started on that. Why is he so strong in base? It's because of his physicals. Alright? Now we can talk about, okay, what have you seen from base, Hakari? Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is literally just gonna be me winging it, because I haven't actually thought about this before I started the video. I actually don't know how strong freaking base Hakari is, bro. Alright, so let's go into, like, it was a chapter before this. So, okay, let's see Yuji versus Hakari, right? So, block. Doors to get him, punches him, second kick. I mean, a punch and a kick. Which one started making him bleed? Because that's a feat in itself. I'm not gonna lie, right? Like, Yuji is defending himself right here. I think people don't think when it comes to this fight. Yuji literally says he's defending. He says he was defending and he was attacking back, and they did nothing to Hakari. But I'm not even talking about Yuji attacking Hakari. Who cares? I'll talk about which one made Yuji bleed. Was it the kick or was it the punch? Because either way, that's a feat in itself. Yuji's literally, like, his entire thing is being durable. That, like, even before the time skip, his entire thing is being durable. I don't know which one made him bleed, bro. It doesn't matter. In 2 punches, he made him bleed. All right. I don't, again, like, this is off the top of my head. I can't really think of a way to gauge, you know, the damage here. But this is a stronger Yuji, by the way. Right? Stronger than Shibuya Yuji. He's called a freaking demon god by Choso. So he's stronger than he was in Shibuya. And Hakari's got him bleeding after 1 or 2 attacks. Right? And we already see the blood over here. That's why I said 1 or 2 attacks. Like, we already see the blood. But, and also he gets attacked, but whatever. It doesn't matter. And, yeah, Hakari, he's already, like, we already see he's strong. He's strong in second base. Hey, you know? And then we have, like... And then we have, let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, we have like the Charles fight, which again, people don't freaking think. Hakari was out of Charles's league. And off the top of my head, I'm going to compare it directly to Yuta's fight. This isn't like, I'm not comparing them specifically, but I'm going to compare it to the Yuta fight. Sukuna already showed in a weaker state that he can blitz Maki. Maki and Yuta should be relative in speed. He already shows the ability to do that. This is a stronger Sukuna, so he should be able to blitz and one-shot Yuta. What does he do? He doesn't take it seriously, and he gets trapped by the domain. He doesn't take it seriously in the domain, and he gets absolutely fried the entire time, right? Oh my gosh, chat. The thing is at 37%, bro. I've been recording this entire time. It's at 37%. Yeah, it's over. Like, this video is going to drop at like 6 o'clock, bro. I'm so sorry, chat. Anyways, yeah, again, he's in a stronger state here. He even has all 4 of his arms, which is crazy, right? He has the ability to blitz and one-shot Yuta here, but he doesn't. He gets into the domain, he lets go of 2 of his arms, and he's getting nerfed the entire time. And it gets to the point where he has to shoot something like... It gets to the point where he has to shoot the World Cannon Slash. Like, it's desperate at this point. Because, again, he wasn't taking it seriously at the beginning. He could have one-shot him if he wanted to, but he just didn't. Now it's a desperate gamble, right? Now, it's not 1-to-1, because I don't think this was desperate, right? But, bro, Charles literally says... There's a scene where Hakari genuinely blitzes him. He says, if I didn't have this future sight, I would have died. Hakari would have blitzed him. But the reason why he got this was because Hakari wasn't taking him seriously at all. I don't know why people try to say like Charles scales to Hakari at all. Bro, the guy wasn't taking him seriously. He got 1 little attack on him because his hands were in his pockets. Where is it? Right here. His hands were in his pockets. He doesn't scare to him at all. He literally said he was going to blitz him. And then he goes on to blitz him again. With 1 second future sight. And I don't think this was he gets like a second attack on Hakari, right? And I don't think this was desperate because Hakari does say like, "Oh, I'm going to break you." Right? And the way he breaks him, what does he do, chat? What does he do, chat? He makes Charles think, "Oh yeah, I won." He makes Charles think, "Yeah, I won." And then he one-shots him. Right? And then again, bro, another reason why it's not like desperate because bro, he's in the domain, and Charles genuinely cannot hit him still. He wants to get 3 seconds of future sight on him. He can't get it because Hakari's still faster than him, and then Hakari gets hit by him. There's context to that. I'm pretty sure. Did I talk about that in the Hakari video? I don't know. I probably did. There's a whole meta with that. Again, like, if you read the story correctly and you read it, again, like, I'm not even going to say, you know what? Maybe I should stop saying, like, people are stupid when it comes to Hakari. I think it's just more, again, people don't want to think more for Hakari as opposed to, like, Yuta, Maki, Gojo, Sukuna, all these people, right? But if you read into it, like, again, first off, Hakari says, "You cannot hit me. You cannot hit me." And he hits him. Like, oh, come on, right? But, yeah, base Hakari is just not in his league. Again, that's not a feat. being outside of Charles's league. Like, who the hell is Charles? But I'm just showing that it's not an anti-feat, right? But what's the next thing to talk about? Next thing I want to talk about, again, I think I talked about this in the original video, this one. I think I talked about it in this video already. But I've got to think more about it, because I think at the moment it's really agenda when I say, like, oh yeah, Hakari's going against a character who's like shooting stuff that blisses Maki. It's agenda when I say that, right? Because that's just not the context, the full context. But there is, like, you know what I'm saying, there is some talks. I have to think about it more. But we have Uraume like shooting things that do blitz Maki. They do, right? Like, flat out, Maki has precognition. She should be able to in quotations, perceive it coming even before it's going, right? She should be able to, but she just doesn't. She just gets blitzed outright. And the proof is that Sukuna was in the line of damage, in the line of like attack, and Sukuna gets out of the way, right? So it's just a blitz. And Uraume goes on to go all out and uses this thing behind her, and it's like, okay, if she's going all out, right, and she also, and there's like also context to it, like Kashimo, who doesn't have RCT, knows Kashimo, who doesn't have RCT, knows the not the downside, but like the counter to RCT, like blowing up the head. You think someone with RCT, Uraume, wouldn't know that, right? It's like logical to understand, to assume that, right? And yeah. Uraume, it's logical to assume that Uraume knows about the counter to RCT, knowing that, I mean, given that she literally has RCT herself, and she has to find a way to actually attack Hakari's head or do something about the fact that he keeps healing. Also, inside of domains, again, I told you guys, there is no time that Hakari does not fight you within his domain. He's gonna fight you the entire time. He has to. Like, that's the entire point. Kashimo even says, he's like, you're not immortal right now, right? It's the round. He's immortal, not unkillable. He has to fight you the entire time. We see it twice with Charles. We see it twice with Charles. The only time it's not gonna happen is, well, what happens at the end of 188? No, what happens at the beginning of 189, where he just gets an instant jackpot, right? But this isn't consistent. This isn't like a consistent thing that happens every time, right? But again, do you think Uraume wasn't doing what Kashimo did here as well? Where she went after Hakari's arm to stop him from using domain expansion. Like, are we saying that Uraume's that dumb? You know what I mean, right? Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, I think what it is that Hakari, obviously Hakari got stronger after the time skip, right? That's a given in my opinion, right? I think Hakari got stronger after the time skip, but we're talking about a character who has attacks that are fast enough to bliss Maki, right? And AoEs that are just like literally insane. Like, this is an insane AoE right here, bro. There's literally no way. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. Look at what's happening here. What the hell? Like, what was she doing? How the hell did she do that? Right? The AoE is ridiculous, and he's hanging. She's still using the orb behind her, which we don't know what it does, right? Because we didn't get exposition on the fight, right? But she's going all out. And do you think like she's using attacks that are like way slower than the attacks the attacks that she sent at Maki? I don't think so, right? And she would also be having to stop him from getting jackpots, or be trying to counter jackpots, or be stopping him from even opening domain expansions. These are logical conclusions because other people try to do the exact same thing. Gojo Gojo is fighting against Sukuna, and he's like trying to adapt to the way like Sukuna uses reverse cursing technique to get his technique back, right? Where like he breaks it and then he punches Sukuna right before they use domain expansion again, right? And he's like trying to get him off his game, just just a little bit, and he gets it, and it actually works, right? Like, these characters aren't dumb, you know. And yeah, it just doesn't make sense for me to assume like she's going all out and she's gonna use attacks that are weaker than her max output attack. You know, max output regular attack that she just usually sends out, Frost Calm, right? So we're talking about attacks that are faster than that, and like Hakari's fighting against it. He's avoiding. I wouldn't say avoiding damage because we don't know what happened, but he's just not dying to it. All right, like we're seeing incredible AOE here that he's just avoiding. Right, this is him avoiding it, bro. He's fighting against her. We don't know if he's in jackpot or not, right? The music symbols aren't really, you know, aren't, what's that word? Consistent, the music symbols. So we don't know if he's in jackpot right now or something, but he fights the entire time. You know what I mean? Like, Hakari is strong. And now it comes to like the other side. Now I don't know about Hakari's like AP. That's the one that I have to think about more, right? Because again, Hakari made that boy bleed, made Yuji bleed in base pre-time skip, right? He's sending Kashimo flying during this fight, but Kashimo's like tanking everything, to be honest. You know what I mean? It's really weird. Like, Kashimo has high durability. He, like, bro, guys, hold on, actually. Let me see if this is true. If it's not true, hey, you guys could fry me in the comments, but let me see this real quick. What chapter? Should I go to... No, it's 184. Let me see this real quick. Okay. I'm tweaking then. Alright, I'm tweaking. My fault, chat. I'm not tweaking. Like, there's a novel like statement about Panda somewhere. It's really weird. There's a statement about Panda that he damaged Ghetto with unblockable drumming beat, but like Kashimo's like just tanking it with zero difficulty. But whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'll see where that came from. I remember seeing it, but what was I saying? Yeah, Kashimo, I don't know. Kashimo's really weird in terms of his durability, you know? But yeah, Hakari is fighting against Uraume the entire time. Uraume's obviously taking damage, right? Uraume's bleeding after these attacks and stuff like that, but like he doesn't have the put down power, I guess, that other people do have, right? Like Monkey, you can't really heal from her stuff unless you have these conditions. Yuji, you can't heal from his stuff unless you have these conditions, or he uses or he has like Black Flash. Yuta has like a whole bunch of stuff. Hakari doesn't have these abilities, right? The reason why he's so strong is because he's immortal and he has the ability to like just fight you forever, right? Unless you're Gojo or Sukuna, he will fight you forever. You can't outstat him, right? That's the point, right? That's the point I was going after. Like, again, he doesn't have the versatility of Yuta, so why would Gojo say you or Yuta, right? It would have to be what his entire gimmick is, and it's his physicals. His physicals have to be supreme for him to be able to do any of this. All right, it's at 40%. It has to get to 50%, and then after that, it'll automatically, not automatically, but it'll get to 100%, like super fast compared to everything else. But it's at 40% now. It's another 10%. But yeah, I think that's everything on my mind at the moment. I don't think I have anything else. Do I have anything else, bro, to talk about here? Hakari. Mm, not much. Not much to talk about beyond that. Yeah, it's just people again like taking things at face value and also agendas, obviously. And I won't say people are stupid for what they say about Hakari because again, no one wants to think for him. So, they'll say what they want to say. But, I gotta push my agenda, sadly, like it's going to be 1 versus 100 like I've been saying. Hakari isn't the bum that people think he is, and it is what it is. Yo, what happened here? Hold on, chat. Hold on. Let me see this real quick. How did his chat? What the hell happened here? Bro, he had both of his sleeves. Bro, look, he had both of his sleeves here, and the other sleeve just disappeared. What happened? Did she shoot an attack and he dodged? What the hell's going on? Wait, what's the sound effect right here? Hold on. What was that? Why did I just notice that, bro? Did she shoot an attack and he dodged it? Oh, this is not gonna help. Is anyone translating like the freaking sound effects, bro? Like, hello? I mean, only this is like whoosh, but like, bro, how did his jacket just fall off? Anyways, yeah. And again, like, okay. Oh, this goes back to what I was saying again. Yeah. To basically like set in stone what I was saying about like, oh yeah, Hakari's entire thing is like his RCT is insane, but also he has the physicals to go against you, right? Again, we can go back to the Inumaki thing. Theoretically, if he was the strongest ever, he would be able to do anything. And so, on paper, man, would be on the same level as Yuta, right? But he's not. And so, would Hakari be on the same level as Yuta if he would just get killed instantly in Jackpot as well? Because again, you can what's that word? Counter him, right? You can counter him by going after his head. If that's such bro, everybody acts like it's just that easy. If it was that easy, why is he on the same level as Yuta? It makes no sense, right? If his entire gimmick, which is punch and kick and RCT, if that isn't exceptional enough to get him on the same level as Yuta, who, by the way, at this point, he's done switch training with Gojo. He has all these curse techniques. He plans to even take over Gojo's body after he dies. All this stuff, Gojo's still saying, oh yeah, Hakari or you. Why? Because his ability is exceptional enough for him to be on that level. It's just like, that's the point. Right? So, and again, like, he doesn't have anti-feats because we didn't see enough of Hakari. We did not see enough of him. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. We're just gonna have to wait for the anime or Gege to help us out. But Gege doesn't know about the agenda that's going on right now, right? Gege doesn't know about people saying that Yuta put all his Yuta. I saw this stupid ass TikTok, bro. Yuta left all his classmates in the dust. What the fuck? He left his classmates in the dust? He did? Yuta left his classmates in the dust. And Gojo's still talking about Hakari. All right, bro. All right, like it's just ridiculous to me, bro. Honestly, like it is what it is. Like, I think Yuta is the strongest student, bro, but he's not so strong that he's tiers above them, that he's like approaching Sukuna. No, he's not at all, bro. Hakari can give him a run for his money. Yuji can, and Maki can, bro. It is what it is, bro. Yeah, man, this thing is at 42%. I don't know what to yap about next. What do I yap about next, chat? I don't have an idea. I should have uploaded this the other yap video. That's like 50 minutes long. I gotta upload both of these. What the heck? Yeah. What the hell do I yap about next? Well, whatever. Yeah, I'll catch y'all.